Yeah. Pin bar up top. Put the carrier sheet down on the light table. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to take this off and pretend like I have taken this top film, and I'm going to, so this is still my carrier sheet, and this is my image that is measured up to the top of the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another carrier sheet.
Yeah.
This is the carrier sheet, and
that's your next
I'm going to
color.
put this on here, and then what I'm going to do is let's pretend like this isn't taped to the carrier sheet now. But now I'm going to tape this
Line it up.
to the top carrier sheet and make sure all that lines up.
And then you tape that down to your carrier
Then I tape
sheet.
that down to my carrier sheet.
Gotcha.
And then I do the next one.
Yep. You're doing your different layers.
I'm doing my different layers. So
So now
that's
they're all
how
registered to each other.
so I know for a fact they're all registered to one another because I'm looking at it on a light table.
Yeah.
And I can see it through a loop. And all the registration is all set up exactly where it needs to be. So all these have been done the same way. So now what I'm going to do is, and this is going to be the simple process, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to translate this pin bar. Look, here's another pin bar. This is a master frame, but this is a pin bar. You can put this pin bar on, you can figure out a way to get a pin bar and put it in your exposure unit. What I'm going to do now, check this out. I'm going to end up using the same pin bar because I know this and those are registered to one another. I'm going to end up taking a coated screen, which we haven't done yet, but I'm going to end up doing.
And you've got a jig set up for your frame, so it locks right down there, the same place every time.
So I can I can bring this down. I'll expose it. It will vacuum it down. We'll get a vacuum, and then we'll vacuum and it'll expose it, right?
Sure.
Once we get a vacuum and we expose it, I'll take this screen out. I'll get the next film, put it in here, next screen, and everything is registered to one another. This is the way the screen printers are doing
repeat the process.
Repeat the process. This is the way screen printers are doing it out in our industry. So
And this is the key here is you're using the same size frames.
and that's the key for your key. What you want to do is whether it's this size screen
Just choose one.
or this size screen. Yours are 18 by 20. I would never deviate from 18 by 20. These are 20 by 24s. These are going to be the most easiest found screens in our business.
20 by 24s.
18 by 20s are hard to find.
Okay.
So if you end up with a variety of screen sizes, I'm going to end up with a variety of different pre-press and locations and things of that sort. However, back to the original comment. We use everything from 6 inches to the outside of the frame. Here we'll use 6 inches to the outside of the frame. Your 18 by 20s, you'll want to use 6 inches from the outside
Sure.
of the frame. If that's a constant, it's a constant everywhere.
Yeah.
Instead of kind of do what your buddy does and put the film over here and line everything up, it's because he hasn't been through this whole practice and understanding that if he
Gotcha.
just measures everything at 6 inches behind 6 inches from the top of the screen and lines it up from here to here, then we're golden.
Yeah.
Now, here's a step that you don't know. So here's a step that I'm going to grab this film. Where's our GSG? Yeah, I'm going to grab this screen. So what I'm going to need to do is figure out. So when I expose the screen, when I tape this screen to this frame, I've got to be center, right?
And you always put the film on the on the not the inside, but on the.
That's correct.
Okay.
So, bear with me 1 second.
Sure, no problem.
Put that on hold if you want to.
I haven't figured out how to. I don't think you can pause these. I need to get the app
Well,
that
you can
lets you
start back
pause.
over, I think.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, just keeping things consistent. Okay.